No data. Upcoming. Live. It's live. It looks like it's live. I'm really sorry about this. This I know this looks ridiculous, but it's again, I might have to buy a webcam just because it's much easier instead of using a camera. All right, I'm gonna do this again. I did this video already, but I had to delete it because it unfortunately got under the kids category. And this one's under the gaming category, isn't it? Unreal. Anyway, I'm just gonna make this video. Whoever sees it sees it. So I wanted to talk about the 2-week result. I wanted to talk about some of the stuff that Cole Robinson is saying that I absolutely don't agree with. I want to say, talk about a couple of other things. If this is actually working, maybe we'll get to questions. If not, whatever. It really, at this point, I have no idea what's going on. I might have to buy a webcam so it's easier to deal with this whole thing. Let me get started again. So I've already talked about this. Anybody who's coming back on from the last one. Days 1 through 3, I had banana, strawberry, and ice cream with half a cup of sugar for my first 2 meals, and then salad with canned fruit plus a dressing that I made with half the canned fruit. And the plus the snack that he tells you to have at night, which totaled 3,500 calories for the day, for the first 3 days. For the day 3 through 7, I had bananas of my own, so they weren't frozen, but I did freeze them to make ice cream, and I was having half a cup of sugar plus juice to make the ice cream, frozen mango plus sugar and juice, salad with the exact same things that I just said, and that was 3,500 calories a day. Okay, so for the first 3 days, technically the first 5 days, I lost like 5 pounds. It was like a pound a day. Then I ran out of bananas, and I thought bananas were causing a bit of an issue with things. If you watch some of the videos that I've made on the sugar diet, you'll see it says one chat right, and I can't see it. I don't know how to look at the chats, unfortunately. The chat thing is usually right here, and it is absolutely not there right now, and I don't know why. I'm usually very tech savvy, but this has not been the case with this. Anyways, so I ran out of bananas. I didn't have any bananas left. As a matter of fact, I still got them sitting here ripening. Normally, because the radiators aren't on and it's really not that warm here in New York, they're taking forever to ripen, even though they're in plastic. So I've been having 16 ounces of orange juice with a quarter cup of sugar, just because the orange juice is so bitter. Salad with canned fruit again. Frozen mango with ice cream that I made with half cup of sugar. Snack at night, and my calories have gone down to 2,550, and I have gained the weight that I lost pretty much. So the calorie in, calorie out thing is just so ridiculous. It's just not true at all. Maybe it is at some level. If you guys are chatting with me, I can't see it for whatever reason. I wonder if I could go onto my own live and watch it there. Viewer activities stream. Normally there's right here is a little thing where I could see the chat. It's just not there. Let me see if you guys can see this. If I just type anything in here. See if you guys can see that. And then last night, I had a choice. I could either go out and buy more canned fruit, which I really didn't feel like doing, or use some of these potatoes that I've got sitting in the cabinet here that I didn't want to go to waste. So I had 2 pounds of potatoes at night, plus the exact same thing, everything. And my calorie count came to 3,067 pounds or calories, and that went nowhere, absolutely nowhere. So I gained, I'm at 280.2. And when I started this whole journey, well, a week into this journey, I was 282.8. I don't know what I started this journey at all. So that is the exact what I was eating. That is the rough calorie count. The calories that I got are from the packaging, from what I ate, not from like chrono meter or anything like that. So those are just brass tacks. This is the calories that I got according to the packaging that the stuff came in, minus the bananas, which I usually just assume that they're about 100 calories each, because I think that's kind of average of what they are. And they were very medium sized. They were not large at all. Yes. And, it's a holiday weekend too, so I don't think anybody can really be watching this. But a couple of the things that I wanted to say was that I noticed, what's his name? I haven't, my food issue, I'm having a food issue. I haven't eaten really hardly today other than orange juice. But Cole Robinson was talking about not dumping sugar in the morning and all this other stuff. I'm really not liking his new message. His old message was dump as much as you can in the morning and then taper off as the day goes on. Now his new message is fruit only, and then dump a bunch of sugar to get yourself so you're not hungry so you can sleep. Well, it hasn't been working for me. Matter of fact, I have gained weight with this new message. I don't like it at all. I cannot wait till these bananas ripen so I can kind of get back to a normal eating habit. But by and large, I haven't been sleeping. And the last 3 days, so day 3 and day 2, I decided to, can somebody type in something to the chat to see if this is actually live? Anything? See if I could see it. The last 3 days, so day 3 and day 2, I ate the exact same thing down to the exact measurement. Looks like somebody chatted and I can't see it. This is driving me crazy. I wonder if I can go on. That's my dishwasher, if people hear that. Yeah, I can definitely see people are watching. I'm sorry about this. This is like total technical difficulties here. I can't see. There's no chat. What if I go onto my own video? View on YouTube.
ShopSelectBlinds.com Memorial Day Sale from May 23rd to May 29th, and take 60% off site-wide. That's right, take 60%.
It's a delay too. All right, sorry about this. Technical I don't know why the chat isn't right here. Anyways, bottom line is the calorie thing, calorie in, calorie out, is not working at all. When I was having more calories, and I'm assuming some of these days were probably closer to 4,000 calories, just because the calorie on the packaging is just an estimate. Man, I'm out of focus. Damn thing. It's just an estimate. You don't know 100%. So, but either way, as my calories have gone down, I can't sleep and my weight has gone up. Now, could cortisol be tied in with that whole thing? Anything is possible. I have no idea. I can't comment to that. But I do know that as the calorie count has gone down, my weight has gone back up. I was eating quite a bit of calories when I first started this because I didn't see his new message, and I was just dumping sugar into it. And I've backed way off of that, and my sleep is backed way off. My mood is terrible right now. And so we'll see what happens. As far as exercise go, I pretty much do the exact same exercise every day. If I do exercise, I didn't really count that because it's not like one day I was like, I don't know, rebounding for like 3 hours. I would say on average is like 10 to 15 minutes in the day, plus whatever walking I got to do for the day. I don't know how much walking I've done. I don't even know where my phone. Here's my phone. Let's see, roughly. I think I've walked like 3 miles today. Let me see. 2.6 miles I've walked today. I mean, that goes up to maybe 5. So anywhere between like 2 to 5, 6 miles is what I walk a day. That is where we're at. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is, it's really weird watching myself live over here. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is heat. So he used to talk about, and I've noticed this myself and I've asked other people about this, but if you eat a certain amount of carbohydrates, you'll start feeling heat in your body. And I haven't been feeling that on the fruit at all. But I did feel that last night after the potatoes, and I'm assuming it's because fructose goes straight to the liver, whereas glucose goes straight to the bloodstream. I'm assuming it has something to do with that, and that causes you to have a little bit of extra heat. I have no idea. I'm not a scientist, nor do I want to be one. But all I can say is my mood and my sleep was much better when I was closer to 4,000 calories a day. As it's creeped down to the 2,550, which it was pretty much all of last week, sleep is terrible, and my mood has gotten worse and worse and worse. And another thing is, too, I've also noticed when I'm out in public, I just don't talk at all, which is not normal for me. Usually I'll comment to talk to people. Like if you're standing next to somebody or something like that, I'll say something to them. But I have not been doing any of that lately. So far, I mean, I'm ravenous right now. And I think one of the issues that his new whatever is not good. I absolutely can't stand it. One sec. I'm going to change the lens out on it. One sec. Where's my... I don't like the way this looks. It's giving me an ad, but here's a new lens. Hopefully you can see me. But anyway, I don't like his new message because trying to backload your day is so annoying because you can become absolutely ravenous, and it's just ridiculous, which is what's been happening to me the last few days. Just ravenous. I just couldn't eat enough to get. So it ended up, still being like roughly lower calories than the days before it. So as my calories have gone down, my weight has gone up. So that really just kind of discounts even more that the calories in, calories out. And I know a lot of people got mad at me for my last video, and I don't know what to tell you. Here's the thing. Like, I know it works. I realize I've got weight on me, but I know it works because I've seen it work before so many times. I've just had life hit me, and all of a sudden diet really wasn't a thing to me. Like life hits, and like something crazy happens for a while. Like, for example, I was at work and the top of my ankle came off, and I had to deal with that. And last thing that was on my mind at that point in time was what I was eating. I just ate as much as I could. So I have had some things that have caused some weight gain in between, but I have gotten myself down to like my cherished 225 3 times now. We'll see what happens with this. Ironically, every single time it involved basically the sugar diet. Let me move those over here so I can actually see the chats. And yeah, I'm not going to be on here for very long, but that's just a reporting of what I've been through. So I started, I've lost basically 2.5 pounds. Hi, everybody. I wonder if the loss in weight could be due to reduction in fiber in the gut. I don't know. Most bananas are closer to 120. I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, I've seen, we've used 100 calories this entire time. 105 calories of a medium a banana is what Chronometer is saying. So Cole has had like 100 different messages. His message is getting a bit ridiculous. He is all over the place. And I think people are running into Stall City, like he likes to say, and he's freaking out. And now he's just changing his message all over the place. It's gotten pretty ridiculous. And I mean, I've been actually tracking this stuff just to make sure where I'm at. And I have definitely noticed as my calories have gone down, my mood is terrible. My sleep is, I mean, I didn't fall asleep till like 6 o'clock in the morning. And then I got up at 1 o'clock. I mean, I do not want to live like that. I actually got some melatonin for the first time. Can your liver handle all that sugar? It literally, your liver literally runs off sugar and it stores sugar. It thrives on sugar. Today's live has said to starve to death. Today's live, he said to starve to death. I did watch his live today, and he was talking about, get as hungry as you possibly can. That's completely different than what he was talking about, I don't know, like last week. He changes his tune every month or so. This is actually live. 1, 2, 3 chat test. Thanks for the chat test. Yeah, the other one was not working. Cole's motto used to be get that fat in you. Now he's anti-fat, dietary thermogenesis for the win. How can your today's live, he said to starve himself, try hops, kava, or passion flower for sleep. I've tried everything. My lack of sleep is not a new thing. My lack of sleep started probably when I was 8. I remember just laying there in bed wondering why I couldn't sleep. Meanwhile, my mom and dad both can sleep like cats. I mean, my dad, I can't even tell you the amount of stuff that's happened in my house. My dad doesn't even wake up. So yeah. Anyway, as far as Cole's message, not 100% sure what he's talking about anymore. He was talking about doing 5,000-6,000 calorie days and still losing weight. And now he's telling people to starve themselves and backload their day. It's all over the place. I messaged Cole a couple of years ago, and he said he wouldn't help me unless I sent him pics of me in my underwear. So I said, no, thanks. Yeah, I know he's a real stickler for that. I take melatonin nightly because I won't sleep, sugar or no sugar. I'll awake all night, but that's typical of me. It only works for me like for a short period of time, if it even works. I've had many times where melatonin didn't even work on me. And a lot of the times when I take melatonin, the dreams are so horrific that I don't even want to go back to sleep for like weeks. Potatoes usually knock me out at night. Nothing knocked me out last night. I actually thought about just leaving the apartment, getting on the train and going to watch the sunrise. I'm like, fuck it. I can't sleep anyways. It was ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. This sleep thing is just nuts. I mean, my whole life has been like this. It drives me crazy. I do go through periods where I sleep fine, but I go through more periods where I don't. I mean, sometimes I'm not even tired during the day. I can't even like do napping or anything like that. It's just... I remember when I first moved over, my exes and her kids were like, dude, you don't sleep. And I'm like, yeah, I don't sleep. It's ridiculous. So anyway, I'm going to try melatonin tonight. See how that goes. Maybe I think too much. Yeah. I think a lot. I think of projects that I could work on and different things that I could be doing. And, but then unfortunately, I'm so like just out of it during the day. Some of the times I just can't get this stuff done. It's driving me crazy. For a while, I was sleeping like crazy. It's crazy good. Now this is back. It's driving me crazy. Great to see you doing lives again, Ryan. We'll see how long they last. But yeah, thank you. I don't know what to say about it anymore. You can see that. I mean, I'm just in an irritable mood today. I mean, last night. I mean, there's days where I'm up for like 36 hours, 48 hours. But anyway, back to the diet. As my calorie count has gone down, my weight has gone up, and my sleep has gotten worse. So I'd like the calorie warriors to try to explain that. I don't think you can. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know what else to say about any of this. This is what I've gone through the last 2 weeks. I am too much of a stickler for this white balance here. There it is. I don't know if that looked any different, but yeah. Any more questions? If not, I think I'm going to head out. That's what I did. I tried the potatoes last night, hoping they were going to help me sleep. I think last night was the worst night of all of them. So I didn't sleep hardly. I mean, I slept. I eventually end up sleeping like 8 hours, but like I don't feel like getting up at like 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. My sleep was at its absolute worst when I was cutting calories. Yes, I got to get these calories up. When my calories are low like this, like they have been, I don't sleep. My weight goes up. And this is exactly what happened to me on the 50-50 plate. This is why I started this channel. I got to 292 pounds, a little over 292 pounds on the 50-50 plate because my calories were going down. I just can't do it. I just cannot do it. I don't know how people live on these 1,400 calories a day. And on top of the fact that they are dumping coffee down their throat. They're dumping caffeine down their throat, Adderall, whatever they need to take to get through the day. Have you been getting any hypoglycemia at all with the sugar diet? I have not. Eat the sugar before bed, Grace Cole says. I've been dumping sugar. That's why, like, if you look at this, I put like for the day, like the yesterday example, I ate 2,067 calories for the day. I was so ravenous by the time nighttime hit and it was time to go to bed that I dumped another 1,000 calories and I still couldn't sleep. And I've been doing that. It wasn't as bad last week. So my total calorie from food was 2,050 calories. And then I would be pretty hungry at night. And so I had to dump another 500 calories down the throat and I was sleeping all right. But if I look at the week prior to that, I was 3,100 calories from food. And then my snack was about 400 calories and I was sleeping. But when I got to try to catch up this many calories at night, I just can't do it. And because of that, I'm not sleeping and my weight is going up. So this is where we're at. If you're looking for diet advice, I'd look elsewhere rather than Cole. I'm not looking at Cole. Cole just reminded me of, yes, I have done his sugar fasting. He reminded me of how I've lost the weight every single time. And it's fruit, sugar, salad, and honestly, avocado and nuts. I think he's a bullshit artist like Durian Rider. I don't know. I don't know enough about either one of them. I know Durian Rider a bit more, and I met him one time. But Cole's new message is trash. Why would you want to backload your calories? I just don't understand. I don't understand why you would want to backload your calories. It doesn't make any sense. Because what happens if you can't get enough in? You're up all night trying to dump calories down your throat. His original message was great. And his message actually, like 2 days ago or a day ago when he went to the McDonald's and got all the eggs and hamburgers and shit. I'm not doing intermittent fasting. I just got done saying how the lower my calories go, the less I can sleep. You can hear it in my voice. And now people are talking about intermittent fasting, eat even less. Why the hell do people do this to themselves? I have no fucking idea. When I was losing the most amount of weight, my calories were between 4,000 and 8,000 calories a day. Now that I've been trying to shoehorn my ass into this 2,000 calorie or 3,000 calories a day, I'm grumpy. I'm snapping at everybody. I don't talk to a motherfucker out in the street. You can hear it. Like, I can't do these low calories. I can't do it. I can't operate like this. This machine does not run on 2,000 calories. Matter of fact, the last time I went through this, I was so angry, and all I wanted was a pickle. I shattered the fucking glass of pickles in my hand. There was glass everywhere, pickled juice. I just can't. I'd open it and trying to open it. I cracked the whole. It was everywhere. This intermittent fasting, this starvation nation, this bullshit has got to go. I can't stand it. Tomorrow he will change it again. Do what makes you feel better. The point of this whole channel, and I realize that I have gotten sidetracked, was starving yourself does nothing for yourself. You are screwing yourself in the long run. If we look at starvation experiments, every single one of them, they could create every single modern disease by starving people. And everybody's like, well, I don't really think they were eating 3,540 calories. These people were not joking around back in the day. There wasn't a lot of sarcasm. Like I know this because I grew up with my family who were from the 30s and 40s. Like these people were not joking around. When they told you something, they meant it. It doesn't mean necessarily. Yeah, but here's the thing: if you're trying to intermittent fast, why would you do that? You're screwing your metabolism. I have proven this on this channel. And this guy's writing bacon in the comments. My piss smells like bacon lately. It's dry. Ugh. Snake diet, flip-flops all over the place. A month ago, I was doing OMAD for life. Every new diet is the best ever until he makes up a new one. I cannot do OMAD. I try inadvertently. I don't do it on purpose. I just stop eating. I won't, like I've told this story so many times. I'll wake up and I won't eat because like I have a video that I want to make or something like that. And I'm like, oh shit, it's like 1 o'clock. I really got to get all this stuff done. And I'll just go get all that stuff done. And then before I know it, it's like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. I'm like, damn, I haven't eaten today. So then I try to eat as much calories as the body needs in the amount of time that I have before I try to sleep again. Failure at that. Can you guys hear this washing machine or washing machine? And raw meat, Cole uses it to help eat pickles. He just goes through all the fads that come and go. What I observe getting starving and lack of carbs makes it worse. And I called bullshit on his OMAD propaganda. He just called me an idiot, but eventually proved me right. He doesn't keep any of the diets he pushes. He's pissing me off lately. His new message is terrible. Terrible. I am new to this channel. You popped up in my sugar feed. So many channels are popping up. I've been talking about sugar for so long now. I've gotten myself down to 225 pounds 3 times with using sugar and fruit and salads and avocado and nuts. And then something stupid happens and I don't have time to pay attention. My God, that is so loud. Pay attention to diet, and then the weight creeps back on. It's just like you really have to watch the starch intake. Really have to watch the starch intake. I don't think as much with potatoes, but rice, which I love rice, just we don't agree. If it's the fountain, what is the fountain? Intermittent fasting. I'm 45 in a few months. Like most people think I'm in my 30s. Like the fountain of youth is not paying attention to how old you are. So, I mean, my dad is 70 this year. Most people think he's 55. My mother's 74. Most people think that she's like in her 50s. My sister's 37. She still gets carded. The one thing that none of us give a shit about is like aging. What happens? You don't age. So if Sugar Diet is out, I never said Sugar Diet was out. I said I don't like his new message. I don't like his new message. I like the message that I started this whole thing with. I like what I used to do. I hate the food. So what do you do? It's, MG, so true. I don't know what that means. Oh, as far as Cole. It seems to me that Mark Smelly Bell is going to carry the actual Sugar Diet message, and Cole is just going somewhere off in like weird la la land. Like why would anyone want to backload their day? That's what I do every time that I get stressed out and I gain weight. And I'm not attacking people, but it's just like I've just again, like I can't eat rice and beans. It puts weight on me. I've talked about this on my channel. Like I've done, if there is a version of high carb, low fat, I have done it. I have done every single version of it. Nothing has worked other than keeping it as raw as possible. And I hate it because I hate raw food. I'm so tired of it. I got like 8 billion bananas sitting right over here that I got to force feed myself. But it's the only thing that ever works. I did keto. It worked for a little while until my liver and kidneys shut down. I did carnivore. Same thing happened. I smelled like ammonia all day. Probably should get off here before I stop yelling at everybody. But it's just, I have done everything. One of these days, I'm probably just going to look at myself in the mirror and say, you're just as fat as you are. And this is just life. Here we are. And then I'm going to hit delete on this channel and no one will ever hear from me again. Could happen. I don't know. But this is where we're at. I think his new message is absolute shit. I mean, I was watching it today. I'm like, all he is doing, he's insulting people even more than I do. And I don't even do it on purpose. I don't sleep. I have somewhat of a baseline excuse. I think I crossed it out. Hanging there, wishing you the best. Again, I'm not complaining either. I don't want people coming into the comments section saying, oh, he's complaining again or he's making excuses. This is just where I'm at. I'm very matter of fact. If I don't say something, I don't mean it. I liked Cole's message like 2 weeks ago. It was great. Dump sugar. It works. It really does. When I was doing it, here's the last 2 weeks of dieting. When I was doing it, I was losing weight like he talks about. I was dumping a pound a day. When I initially got into this, I was working at a furniture manufacturer. And I had this woman come up to me when this is years ago. This is 2011. I was working at a furniture manufacturer until I became very allergic to the wood that they were using. And I was doing raw vegan and I was losing like a pound or two a day easily. I didn't even realize it. She just came up to me one day. She's like, man, you look like you're losing a ton of weight. Why don't we keep track of it? And so every other day or so, I would go in there and she ran the shipping department. And I would go in and stand on the shipping scale. And sure enough, I would lose like, if it was every other day, it would be like 2 to 4 pounds. If it was every day, it would be like 1 to 2 pounds. And it was just falling off me to the point where when I was done with that whole thing, when all the weight had fallen off, the only person who would have pictures of this is my ex, unfortunately. But when I was done with that, I went back to Cleveland for a wedding, and my parents were actually having to introduce me to my own family because I had lost so much weight. I didn't even look like myself anymore. And that was eating mostly raw. So my day would look like bananas. A lot of the times I would have that oat milk, there was a new oat milk company out, and one of the oat milks that they had was chocolate. It did have oil in it. I didn't give a shit. The weight was still falling off. And so I was usually having like 12 to 15 bananas a day, whatever I could jam in the Vitamix. And then I would dump that Oatly. That's the name of the company. Oatly had, when they first came out, they had two different variations. They had the chocolate one and they just had the regular. I was getting the chocolate and I was dumping maybe 8 ounces of the chocolate milk on there. And I was having 2 of those a day. And then at night I was having a salad with, a salad. Like I really need to put that bowl in this video one of these days. I'm talking like the size of your torso salad bowl. Took me 2 hours to eat. With nuts, avocado, and either beet or orange mixed in with the avocado to make a dressing with nooch. And I also got really addicted to the Asian cracker things that I would put on the salads for a crunch, and I would eat that. And then at night I would have a date pie. So I would make, during the day, I would make a 9-inch pie with dates, nuts, and fruit. And then I would have that at night. And it was, just falling off of me. But that diet didn't cost me that much back then. That diet would cost me like, $40 a day now. I agree with you. What's the new message? I don't really have a new message. I see that we're on commercial right now. So if everybody's on commercial, you're not hearing me. But there is no new message. Really, like fruit really does need to be the basis of the diet. I agree with you. Cole's whole shtick is insulting people. This frustration is real. Hello. Oh, Emma's on here. I've been watching your channel. What is that you didn't like Cole saying today? I don't like that Cole is telling people to backload their data, essentially starve yourself. Who would go see this movie? It was like the worst looking movie. Starve yourself during the day, essentially, and then backload your day. Try to eat as much sugar as you can before you go to bed. It's a stupid message. 9-inch pie. 9-inch pie, much better than 9-inch nails. 9-inch nails are from my hometown, so I got to root for them. I'm not from Akron, but Akron's close enough to Cleveland. So anyway, that's the message. I didn't think I was going to be on here this long. I don't know how long this video has been. I know the first time I did a live about the sugar fasting, I had 288 people watching at one time. Now it's backed off way back off. I wonder if cooking and cooking resistant starch would help with weight loss. No, like I just said. Ezekiel bread, for example, or refrigerating potatoes after. Oh, no. You don't want to do that. The reason that people have so many issues with bananas is because of the resistant starch. If they eat them when they're not ripe, like resistant starch. This is another message that is so insane. So it saves you like a whopping 9 calories or something like that to eat like a pound of potatoes that are refrigerated comparatively to eating them when you cook them. But that resistant starch is not good. Like it really disrupts your whole system, and it can create like this ball of just stuff in your intestine. You don't want to do that. That's why people have such issue with green bananas. I would not base my diet around that. Oh gosh, yeah, I don't agree with caloric restriction. Again, I documented this last 2 weeks, and when my calories were down, my weight was up and my sleep was terrible. I noticed he backpedaled on the heavy sugars as far as bedtime. He just recommended a hit of fructose to help sleep. Again, this dude is fucking people hard. I mean, right in the ass. I mean, his message blows now. I was so happy to watch his message. Now his message is trash. I think the only person that has a decent message anymore is Durian Rider. He tells people not to watch calories, but how many grams of carbohydrates you get in a day. When I have done that, and I know that's type A, and I'm not type A at all, but when I have done that, everything operates good. So I really got to, that's what I want to do going forward. But Cole's new message is shit. I don't even want to interview him anymore. Like, his message sucks. Now, as far as 3 fruit meals a day, cool. But when he first got on there and he was talking about the sugar diet, he was eating cans of fruit and drinking the syrup and adding candy to that and finishing it with like a orange crush. And now he's telling people to have like a banana, starve themselves to lunch, have another banana, starve themselves to dinner, have dinner. And then if you're hungry or can't sleep, no wonder you can't sleep, to dump as much sugar down your throat as possible. Why the hell would you want to do that? Why would you want your energy at the beginning of the day? And I do realize that there is this idea of carb loading, and then it kind of propels you for the next day. And somebody asked about the liver on here, like, why would you want to do that to your liver? Like, your liver is literally bathes in carbohydrates. It loves them. It operates off that. Like 90% of the energy that it uses is off carbohydrates, and it stores up to 2 pounds of it. So it loves carbohydrates. At least Durian Rider doesn't flip-flop like crazy. He's consistent, even if I don't agree with him on everything. Exactly. I have to give Durian Rider props. He has never swayed. He's a little more mellow now, especially coming off the testosterone like he did. I love Durian Rider's message. Have you seen videos from Anabology? Is that the person talking about honey? No, I have not. I did have my favorite combination last night, though. I had, because like, if you didn't catch the beginning of the live, I got these potatoes I wanted to use, and my favorite combination is making fries, not fried, but like I cut, I got a fry maker, and then I just bake them, no fat involved, but dipping them in honey. Oh, best combination ever. I remember when my mom used to have like a serious migraine, she would get them for like a week or 2 weeks sometimes, and my dad would take us, because my dad worked 12, 14 hours a day. He didn't feel like cooking when he got home, so we would go to Wendy's. And that's back when Wendy's used to give you like the cups of honey. I would dip my fries in the honey. Agree, man. Same for me. Carb up, weight down. 100%. His new message is trash. I'm going to start making videos on him. I've been at my best shape like 3 or 4 years ago. I've been eating up to 500 grams added golden. Yeah. How long until you develop the New York accent? I don't think it'll ever happen. I don't even have a Cleveland accent. I kind of have a Chicago accent for whatever reason. I think he's a troll. I think he already has New York accent. Hear it? I might. I'm an East Coaster. Like, you can't. I hate the West Coast. I don't hate the people in the West Coast. I just don't like the West Coast. It just feels wrong to me. I'm an East Coast. I think he miss starch like rice. Corn is so important for health. I miss starch like crazy. I do. But for whatever reason, it stalls me out. And I'm just trying to do the best I can to get this weight off. I don't even know why at this point that I want to get the weight off. I don't even know. All my clothes fit me. And actually, even though the scale has gone up, like, I don't have as much gut of it as I used to and everything. It's like, it's weird that the scale's gone up, but it's like the muscles have soaked up the glycogen and sugar because my stomach doesn't overlap or anything. Like it's odd. If I'm tripping over my words, sorry. Thank you. Just adding the sugar, going back to high sugar, feeling better day by day. Dude, you got to use the sugar. I don't know what the hell this guy's thinking. I guarantee. Here's the thing. I think he's scared that his message is going to get screwed, and I think what's happening is he's having people that are considering donuts as sugar, and they're eating donuts, like a dozen donuts in a day, and they're gaining weight or something. Something like that is happening. When you dump sugar, you dump weight. You just do. Like in 2022, like if you really want to see me at the best that I've been since I've been on this channel, look at like, I don't know, February through July of 2022. That was when I was at my peak. I was dumping a pound of sugar a day. I was doing raw. I mean, the weight was just coming off. But again, like I start having stomach issues and I change. You know what it is? No, it's not. It's not that at all. I like starch. But it doesn't like me. It makes me fat. Although potatoes, I don't think they do. I don't know. Yes, honey diet. He says some people do not produce FGF21 hormone. I don't know. Can you even test for that? Cole is just banking on donations at this point. I actually thought about doing donations myself because I'm tired of making all these videos for free. That's just like, how many hours of my day is this? And I feel like I got some good information. I've been on here for 45 minutes and 32 seconds, 46 minutes, 32 seconds. I mean, I've showed my after pictures. I mean, I was skinny. I think I look better now though, like in my face. Going to buy his food, right? He needs coin to buy his food. He's got to be making a ton of money off that snake juice. I saw that 600 plus of those things sell a month. He charges $40 for those things. Even if he's making $20 off each one, it's like 12 grand a month or something like that. I just did a vid on it, directing people back to the fruit with sugar. Emma, I'd like to do a video with you at some point, maybe this week. If I'm not hungry like 3 days, should I eat because I'm skinny? I think I have anorexia. I don't know. Yes. You know, I had a friend in, her and I don't really talk anymore, but like she lives in England and she eats more than I do, and she just keeps getting skinnier. And she eats nothing but like starch. So she started adding what with the English called biscuits and stuff like that, and she started gaining a bit of weight. I mean, what's your channel? I want to sub. Just click on her thing. But yeah. Anyway, I don't know what else to say about it. I don't like his new message at all. It's weird because he's got this Mark Smelly Bell, like talking about his actual message, and now he's like backing off the message because he's got people eating donuts and whatever, candy, like chocolate probably, and calling that sugar, and they're gaining weight. Of course they're going to gain weight. It's just, I don't like where it's going. I don't like where it's going. Anyway, everybody go sub to Emma. And I think I'm going to call it. I got to eat. What time is it? It's 5:31. Her metabolism is good and she doesn't have blockages. Yes, if you're anorexic, yeah. That's the one thing that you really got to watch for in this whole thing is if your metabolism is good, you like starch isn't going to affect you. If it's not, they're going to. And that was Cole's original message. And now I don't know what the hell he's thinking. But anyways, Have a great night, everyone. Yeah, everybody have a good night. I think I'm going to get going. But I don't know. I would just stick to cold original fasting. Thank you. Let's keep pushing forward, keep spreading the good word. Yeah, Emma, anyway, if you have time, I'd like to do like a talk. I'll just send you a Zoom link. We can do something for next week or week after, whatever. Have a good day. Yep, everybody have a good day. I'm going to get out of here if I can figure out how the hell to navigate this new system. But I'll talk to you in the next one. I'll probably make a couple videos next week. Oh, and hit the thumbs up. Everybody does not do that. Talk to you in the next one. Peace.